Oh damn, that's not good. DF hack has not updated. I'm going to stop this recording, I think. I assumed that DF hack would be available for this version. I just noticed that the version has just updated to beta 8. I wonder if I can go back. Let's see if we can wind it back a little bit until DF hack actually updates. I didn't see anything about it, but I did notice that it actually just had built up, and so yeah, I'm in the beta here. Let's just go and go to properties, betas, and we'll just go to none. There we are. It'll just update the game. Won't take very long. So I'm not sure what the latest version is of the game, but that should now work. So let's see how we go. So yeah, it looks like there's a new beta that just came in, and unfortunately that's not going to work with... I should have thought of that before I started recording. Hi Dracul and Urusok, how are you guys going? Please, DF hack, please work. Yes, it is. Good. Okay. So this is version 50.11. Okay, so 50.11. I'm not sure when that one came. This is revision 5 of 50.11 of DF hack. I wonder what the new version is. Actually, I'm just going to quit back out again. I literally just came downstairs. I've just had my lunch and thought, okay. I just noticed that it had just updated, and I thought, okay, well let's live stream it and see what it's got in it, because I couldn't find any detail. I'll just go back in again. Sorry guys, I should have checked all this before I started. Since these things happen, no worries. Hi Stephen, how are you going? Try that again. Okay, so this is, if I go into here again and just go into properties, go to betas. Yeah, these are the old versions, the beta public branch. Let's have a look at see what the number is, just so we can get a bit of a feel. See if it's a big number or just a little number. It's probably going to be a 12, I would guess. I'll just start her up again, because it's not in the community hub. And normally it would be. There'd normally be a news article about it. But that's all old, so it's not that. Discussions. Maybe I just literally came in and it just updated right then and there before anyone could write anything at all. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, let's just try opening it and just see what the number actually ends up being. Then we'll flick it back to the previous one. Now, I do actually have a link, which I have to also then... I should have... God, there's so many things now I'm realising I should have actually got prepared before I started to... yeah, not a known version. DF hack will now deactivate. Now, what version is it? Yeah, it's... Okay, this is version 50.12, beta 8. I'm not sure what the beta 8 is there. Okay, well, maybe it was a beta 7 that was working before with DF hack. DF hack will, if I quit out of that one and just have a quick look at what DF hack is saying. If I just go back to the store page. I'll just go back across to here. And we'll have a quick look, because these guys are very, very responsive. Like, if something's come out, they're probably going to have it mentioned in here. That was 26th of January. It's compatible with all distributions of Dwarf Fortress Steam, Itch, and Classic. But it says all, but it doesn't say. It doesn't give me actual numbers. Let's go into the discussions and have a look. No, it's not. Okay, even they don't have it, so it must have just come. Must have just happened. Okay, let's have a look. 26th of January, that was half a week ago. That's right, I did actually look at this a week ago. Okay, so there is actually a new... Looks like we've got ourselves a new version, which this is not catering for. So this is version 50.12. So I better go back into DF... where is it? to Dwarf Fortress, and just get rid of the beta for a little while. So properties, betas, and none. So we'll just go back there again. Now I do actually have also, I completely forgot about this, but I've got a another little area that if you guys do want to have named dwarves, I've got a dwarving naming system which I completely forgot about as well before I started. That's done. That's okay. So I'll just find that. I'm just going to hide my screen for a second, and then we'll have a look and see what I can find, just so I can grab it here. Just need to get to a position where I can have things that aren't going to dox me. So I'll go into this one, and yeah, hardly anyone's filled this in. So there's a good chance you're going to get dwarves and things named. This is just a character names for So I'll just try to find how I can. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong thing. Wrong thing. Try it again. Oh, sorry guys, I should have actually done all this stuff before, well and truly beforehand. Just go into forms, and then I can put the link in. Come on, there we are. There's forms, and I'll get the open that one up. Just got to get the shareable link, if I can think about how to do that one. Preview. That's not the one I wanted. This is the one I want. See if I can find the get pre-filled link. I'll just try this one and just see what actually happens here. Yeah, okay, it's get link. All right, I'm just going to go and I'm just going to throw this into chat and just see if this one actually does work. God, it's doesn't want to play. Paste. No, doesn't want to play. Why is that? Copy the link. I'll see if that works. And if we click on it, yeah, that should get you so you can actually start to leave names if you're wanting to. I'm just going to pin that message just so it appears at the top of the screen, so you can actually sort of just go and grab that one. Let's just see if I can edit it. Actually, I'll just remove it, and then I'll actually put it in properly. Put your character names here. All right, and then I can just pin. There we go. Okay, so that's done. Right. Okay, we're getting sorted now. Now, what I need to do is I need to go to my Google Sheets, and I'll just open that one up. And then when it's time to name them, I can then just go into this particular screen, which I can now go back to the screen grabs. This here will then give me what I need for getting different names. So every time there's a name, I can just reload this thing, and we can just add it in that way. So yep, so that should work. Just see what else we've got. Hi Mike, how you going? And Mr. Inadequate. Chris Wood is saying I haven't brought the new Steam version, Steam Dwarf Fortress yet. I was tempted and did see a really cool mod that added loads of dinosaurs. There's a lot of good stuff actually. Hey guys, always enjoying watching Daz Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, I love playing the game actually. It's just one of those games where I could play it a lot more than what I do. It is good. Have you tried refilling your hamster paste supply? Says the Johnny Slick. I don't know what you mean by that. Hi Ragador. And Dracula saying I'm dating a cam model. It's as complicated as Dwarf Fortress. God help me. Oh well. Okay, so we've got that one. I'm just going to minimize that for a second. Let's get back into it. So Dwarf Fortress. Looks like we're playing an old version, but why not? Now, I think we'll start a new game, and we'll create a new world. Go this way, and we're going to go into detailed mode, and we're going to choose. I think I'm going to choose Daz Evil Island, which has got even more evil than the Fantasyland one that I've got. So I'll leave that one there. Random seed won't really matter, so we'll just go forward and just go and start to load this one in. Hang on a sec, I'll just be right back.
So are you on the phone?
No, I'm lost.
Oh, okay. Adam, the real estate guy's just going to pop around.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
soon.
how long?
Yeah, I'm not sure. In the next half hour or so.
Okay.
Okay, I'll ring him and tell him not now. I just didn't want him to come while we're sitting out front.
Yeah,
I didn't want him to think of anything. So when would you like it? How long are you going to be?
I've only just started. I was in the house. I think brilliant.
Okay. Right. Yes?
Yeah, but I'll have to juggle things.
Okay. You made, oh yeah, no, I don't know if you need to be there.
Sorry, my wife just made an appointment that I wasn't aware of. I didn't tell her I was going to be doing this. So anyway, let's just go and create the world. I should have done that while that was all happening. So I may have to leave for about 5 minutes or so at some point, which isn't ideal. This is going to be one of these live streams that just I shouldn't have even started. I should have just let things go for a little bit, tested a few things, and then gone from there. So we get to see all the evilness. So all the evil is sort of spawned in through here. There's a lot of anything that's this brownish colour is evil, and we'll get ourselves a few different settings as to where we can go. I think I'll let the history run forward for maybe about 300 years. Which gives us enough time for, you can see dwarven civilizations forming in through here. Elves along these rivers in the forest. Not seeing much in the way of goblins, actually. Nothing too much else happening in this region. Actually, I'm a bit worried about that. Oh, there's goblins up the top there. Okay, so we've got goblins up there. They haven't really expanded it anywhere. Dracula's saying, no worries, it's life. It's worth the wait. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So there's a tower that's just formed, a necromancer tower. I do like sort of watching what happens in here. It's just it's sort of interesting watching the histories as they unfold. The tower over through here. Got volcanoes here and another one over here. We've got some new things that have come in the in with DF Hack as well, actually, which is pretty cool. It's up to nearly the year 200. Just let things happen. The longer we leave it, the more intricate the various civilizations become, which makes it sort of fairly interesting. Yeah, this tower is now spreading evil through the forest. We're not seeing much else built up in here at this point in time. We don't know what's happening on the rest of the world though, so we'll sort of find that one out as well. So 218 years. So people are writing lots and lots of books, just looking at the histories. God, it's an incredible game, just an amazing game. Yeah, if you come soon, actually, if this meeting comes soon, I may have to stop. And I might then just have the meeting and then I'll restart again. And at least that way I won't be interrupted. And we'll then see if there's any other information about DF Hack with the new version or anything like this. But we'll see how we go. At least get a bit of a plan together, I guess. And see what we can get up to. We live near a marina, like just around the corner from a marina, and one of the boats blew up this morning. I don't think anyone was seriously injured. I hope that they weren't, but it's a bit scary. Had a massive sort of explosion, and then went outside to see what was going on, and then there was all this smoke billowing out from the marina, which isn't good. So Barbara's saying, hey Daz, been seeing your content for many years, love the stuff. Thanks for that. Enjoyed doing it actually, it's good fun. Now we're up to 278. I'm just going to pause this when we get to 300. This gives us a lot of time for all sorts of weird and wonderful things to actually happen in the game. And we can, once we've done this, I'll just see if there's a viable, there's definitely going to be viable locations, but it really won't matter where we go. So it's just really a matter of what we decide to do. And now that I know I can actually put some polls together for the chat, I can get you guys to vote on what we do as well. Here we go. There we go, 300. Yeah, 300. There we go. We can now we can sort of just check and see what's going on. We can just press the arrow keys, actually, the WASD keys, have a bit of a look around. So we saw that tower through there. I am worried about the lack of goblins. There's a tower way up there in the frozen wastes, like on the glacier. That's interesting. So Call Whip, the Dwarven Tower. Yeah, we've got the goblins, these dark pits, but they don't really have any other presence. They do down here in the jungles. So we've got goblins down in the south, and a lot of them down in here. All right, but there's a lot of area in the middle of the map where the goblins just don't. Oh, they get up to there. So they're sort of reaching up into this location, in around where all these volcanoes are as well. Now, there's haunted volcanoes. So there's some interest in there, I guess. Okay, we've got a few interesting things we can go and do. Now, one thing we don't know is that this is sinister and calm, which is sort of interesting. It's sort of like the opposites in around this tower. It is haunted near the tower, but it won't be. That'll be because of the tower. Oh, hang on, no, maybe not. This tundra is all haunted. So we've actually got. Yeah, so we've got to start there. Like if we're going to be playing evil, we can definitely go that way. Was it an accidental boat explosion or sabotage? I think it would have to be accidental. I think it wasn't actually on the water. It was in a slip yard. So yeah, couldn't see anything basically. But it was. I just heard that a couple of people actually got a little bit burnt. I don't think it was bad. I hope it wasn't. So Dracula's saying, I can't tell how many games I've bought thanks to Daz's streams, especially the tutorials. Yeah, I love doing the tutorials. So I've got to keep on doing more for the Dominions, actually. I've sort of got this big, long plan of things I want to be doing for that, and I just haven't got to... I've been sick for the last couple of weeks, and I just haven't really felt like getting too involved in anything that's too taxing on the brain cells. Johnny Slick saying, yeah, literally bought Master of Magic last night because of his reviews. Okay. I'm sort of heartened to hear that because I got a bit of flack, not from the developers or anything, but just that video I put up the other day where I was a bit scathing about the user experience and user interface in the game. Like it was the comments I ended up getting in there, I thought, oh, geez, they're a bit harsh. And then I thought, I wonder if I was a bit too harsh with what I said, but I was extremely frustrated. I love the game, and I've been streaming that on Twitch actually. And I've got it into a really, really interesting position with that one. Anyway, let's go and get ourselves a start. We've got now one of the things we'll do. I definitely don't want to go into terrifying biomes. So you can see up through here, it'll show up in the side here. This little area through here is a heavily forested, thick, terrifying area. The stream is the Fleas of Night. This is the jungle of funerals, is the actual jungle itself. It's just a tiny little sort of semi-frozen forest, very thick forest. So heavily forested, thick vegetation, but terrifying. Now the reason we don't want to go into terrifying is because the creatures that will spawn there will not just be normal creatures, they'll be giant creatures. And if we end up with undead, undead creatures end up being 3 times as strong as normal creatures. So a terrifying, when you get giant undead creatures, no matter what they are, it could be a small cardinal or a little bird or something like that. But when they come in as giant undead creatures, even little things, traditionally, it's very, very hard to actually overcome them. So they're a real tricky one. The Johnny Six saying, yeah, erase that gives you a bonus only if you start on the seashore, should, you know, force start you on the seashore. Yeah, that is crazy. I think that it wasn't just that, though, because I think that new players in particular get frustrated with games if they can't make headway fairly easily. And the game is one of these games where I to be honest, I make the videos with new players in mind. Every single video I make is not to show how good I can or how well I can play the game, or you know, anything like that. If I am doing that, I'm still got the new players in mind, and so I often make comments with new players in mind. And so when sort of expert players come, oh, you know, we should be doing this, should be doing that, blah blah blah. It doesn't interest me because it's not what it's about. It's about making the game accessible, and that's why I was sort of a bit shitty with what had happened with you know, the user experience is hard for gamers. So there's haunted in through there. There's the stupid glacier. Let's get ourselves a hit list of where we want to go. So I'm just going to go and start to set up a poll. Then you guys can vote. So start, and I'm just going to go and add in. So I think that what we'll do is we can definitely go up into haunted or sinister. So we can go into the frozen. Frozen Tower, we'll call that one Frozen Tower. So that's the Necromancer Tower that would be sort of right next to. We've got goblins nearby as well, so that we've got sort of everything we need at that location. That's a good one. I want to make sure that I do actually have goblins nearby. Okay, that's going to be a really hard start to do that one. Let's go back down a bit deeper. That one's not evil. I'm thinking we'd stick with evil. There was an evil. That's terrifying, unfortunately. Terrifying. That's a hard one. Because we've sort of got most of the things we would want there. What about these? That's terrifying as well. That's haunted. So this one here is the Furnace of Bucks. So we could go with a haunted volcano. So we'll do that one. Does anyone else have anything that they want me to have a look at while we're sort of in here? So we've got the haunted volcanoes. Here's another one there as well. The Blaze of Cusps is the volcano at that location. I've only got 2 there. We need more. So Nicholas Curra saying, hey Daz, first time that I'm able to catch a stream. Thanks for all the content over the years. All is super helpful. Thanks for that one. You could deforest the elves, turn them evil. This is Dracul. It's going to be hard just to hang on. There's another haunted volcano right there. The Strange Fire. I like the idea of that one. That's close-ish to goblins. I want to be close to goblins. What I'll do is I'll use the world. I won't use the world just yet. Let's have a quick look around. But we're certainly getting what we need. Actually, I will use the world now. That way it's just going to save everything off. And now what we'll do is we'll keep the world and return to the main menu just for a second. So we're just going to offload this world for a second. So Chris is saying Necromancer Tower sounded fun to me, but if it's not too hard. It's not so much the Necromancer Tower. It'll take 2 years before they attack. So we'll be a fair way in before they become a problem. But when they do become a problem, there's all sorts of experiments that they send it your way, and there'll be sort of weird and wonderful creatures sort of around on the snow at different times. So we'd have to break down quickly, and if it's an undead biome, and we won't know, it's a 50-50 chance. If you've got Sinister or Haunted as a base, there's a 50-50 chance it's going to be an animating biome, so we'd have to sort of figure that one out. Now what I want to do here is I do want to go into start a new game in an existing world, and what I want to do is I just want to go through. Now we got to this one here, the Momentous Universe, I guess, the first of granite, early spring. So we're just going to go and we'll update all. I want to go into Legends mode. I'm going to export out the legends of this particular world, which does take a bit of time. And that way we can look at things again as we play. go into Legends mode. So Adventure mode is coming in a couple of months' time. And you can export DF Hack Legends data is on. So Control D, also export DF Hack Legends data. Yep, so it can export XML. And I'm just going to let that export itself out. So it does take a bit of time just to do all these exports. There's a lot of data to export out into XML. I can't think of anything else. What else should we do? Like I wouldn't mind having a third option. What else should we do? As far as the theme, what we'll do is we'll just get some random names of the fortress, and we'll go from there. I'll try to think of something else I can go and add. Another option. What else should we do? I'll just put normal. Just an evil forest or something like that. There we go. So I'll just put those, and then we'll just start the poll. So the poll is going to be at the top of your chat, so you can just sort of go and vote away. We can vote away there until it's time for us to get started. In the meantime, this will just keep on trying to sort of get things going. Can we see the world history to get an idea? Yeah, it's the history, once it does finish, we'll then be able to sort of get things going. We'll see how we go. So yeah, vote away with the start. So we're going to be a little way off. And depending on how bad the evil location is. Okay, it looks like we've got everything done. So let's just go and quit out of this one. Just click on done. Okay, so select the type of game to begin. So we can actually just, if we go back to the title and just quit for a second. And I'll just go and open up. I do actually have like a Legends reader in my games downloads area for Dwarf Fortress. I'll just make sure it is going to work. Probably be in here, I guess. Legends browser, there it is. Now we're going to go across. God, where is it? Legends. Okay, that's the one there. Region 4. So we loaded in. But there's no graphics, unfortunately, with this one just yet. So this is where we are. Actually, we do have a lot of goblin groups. That's good. So a lot of goblin groups. We've got I did see a message there for the Boyish Confederacy for the humans. Only 3 dwarven civilizations. That's pretty cool. So we can now use this just to check on things. So that should be fairly cool, I think. So we'll see how we're going. So the Haunted Volcano is by far the biggest winner. So yeah, we'll just end the poll. So let's get started. As I say, I'm going to be drawn away from here fairly soon. That's a Legends browser. I'll just keep that one going. I'll just minimize that for a second. And then we'll open up Dwarf Fortress yet again. All right. We're going to start a new game in an existing world. And this is going to be Region 4. Update all. I don't know what it's trying to update, but anyway, whatever it is. I didn't save anything. That's what it was. So I'll end the poll now. All right, that's cool. That's cool. So you still got the if you do want to have the so Haunted Volcano 1, that's fine. So we'll start Fortress. So it runs 2 weeks into the game. Pendragon saying, how would you make sure a volcano was haunted? Because we just built it. It's already... So it's... I'll go through and ask any questions while we're doing this as well, by the way. I noticed there was 2 haunted volcanoes. If we go over and have a look at these. We've got a haunted volcano here. If I hover over it, see how it's got... the volcano is the strange fire. And the surroundings are haunted. And so at that location, that one is actually a haunted volcano. There's right next to it is terrifying, which we have to be very careful of. So I have to be sort of super careful of what we end up with there, because we don't want to be in a terrifying biome. In fact, we don't even want to be next to a terrifying biome. This one over here is also, this one's terrifying. And so this is the autumnal flame is not going to be good for us. This one over here was just wilderness in the surrounds. There was another one as well. I think it was down in here somewhere. That one's Untamed Wilds. That one's terrifying. That one's haunted as well. And this one is the Blaze of Cusps is the one we have. If you go and click on it, there it is there. And so there's some actual elvish retreats in through that other side. But then we've got like a haunted. Actually, no, that one's actually just outside of the. This is the haunted little area, but not the actual volcano itself. It's actually outside the region, so that's no good. So we'll actually just go and right click. We'll go back down to the other one down through here. And try this one here. So this one here is it's haunted, and and we are actually in a haunted biome. And so this is the points of stuttering, is the haunted biome. So anything that's like this area through here is the points of stuttering, which is all either terrifying or haunted. But round where the actual volcano is haunted. Now, technically, we can't really start on the volcano, except that we can with DF hack. So we can sort of push this into something that we normally wouldn't be able to do. So so we can actually sort of jig our start that way. I don't think we've got anything else. Let's see if there's any other options in terms of volcanoes. The start that I actually have through here. Actually, that's another haunted. No, we did that one, didn't we? We checked that one. This one was terrifying. That one's sort of on Untamed Wilds, right on the edge of terrifying, back in through there. And then that was the other one we saw just there. Okay, so they're no good. That one there, Untamed Wilds, terrifying. Yep, no, that's no good. And that one there was haunted. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad there at all, actually. This is the Furnace of Bucks. So we saw this one before, didn't we? So so that one's doable. This one here is terrifying. And so this little spine, this is the cross spine, this actual little mountain range that no one's actually involved in at all at this stage. It was surrounded just by heavy Untamed Wilds and some temperate shrubland and stuff like this. So there's a bit going on through there. Let's just go back out again. That one there was terrifying. Yeah, that's all terrifying. That's good. And look, just to go through the three different ways that the surroundings work there, you can sort of see up through here it's saying things like wilderness, and so you've got things like, I'll just see if I can find it, like Untamed Wilds, wilderness, and there should be another one as well that's not quite as bad. There's calm. Okay, we just got one that's calm. Calm is sort of like good. Like there's three good, there's three medium, like, you know, three average, and then there's three lots of evil. And evil goes from sinister to haunted to terrifying. Once it hits terrifying, or once it hits sort of like Untamed Wilds, I think it is. I think it's Untamed Wilds. That then means you're going to end up with giant creatures. So, and terrifying as well is giant creatures. So we don't really want to be with that as such. So I think we'll actually start off here. Hi, Super Mew Kitty Cat, how are you going? So never got much into it. I prefer No Moria and Towns. Yeah, there's now that one's not the one that we wanted. That was the Autumnal Flame. Where was that one? Where was it? Where was it? I thought it was close to this one. Or was it in around here somewhere? Wasn't that one? Oh, here we go. This is the one. All right. So click Embark to place your fortress. So we will actually we will embark into here somewhere. So we'll just do an embark. So we don't know if this is a animating biome or not, and we'll have to test that when we get in there. Now we probably could also start a little bit on the Untamed Wilds. We're probably going to end up having that a little bit anyway. And so this is one where we can just sort of place the place this sort of in the middle. Let's just go and place it so we've got like a little bit of extra. Now, if we place it in the middle of an area like this, see how it says cannot embark entirely on water or mountains? We can't do that, but we can go off into the side here like this. But we end up with with essentially some of these temperate woodlands coming down to one side of the volcano and then extending back out the other side. So this will be fine. So we'll just go and place this one. Might as well just place it in like this, I guess. Still gives us the untamed wilds on the east and west, and then just little avenues leading off north and south. All right, you've selected an evil area. You may find very unpleasant environs here. You've selected a savage area, so wildlife might be very dangerous here. Now this is going to be the untamed wilds. They will be giant creatures coming in off the north and south, but east and west won't be, but they'll be possibly undead. So so we've got ourselves a bit of an interesting start through here. Hi Tenru, how you going? So we're going to confirm this one. Now we don't actually have an aquifer, and that's actually a problem. I would have preferred to have had an aquifer, even though it's like it normally gives you a warning if that's the case. So I've got these different embarks that I've done. I might just go with the Daz Woodland Evil Embark, I think. Gives us 3 fighters, a mason, a farmer, a woodcutter, and a miner. So the woodcutter will be useful at the start. We'll need to sort of get things done. We need to find water. We're going to have to quickly go straight down to the bottom layer and like to the and get water from down there. We're not going to be able to get it any other way. Yeah, should make an all glass fort. Yeah, like building in the desert or something. Yeah, there's so many different things you can do with this. From your kitty cat saying, do you think it's true that dwarf females all have beards? I prefer them not to, but I know that different games have got them. This one doesn't, which is interesting, because I think in the description they used to have it. I can't remember exactly what the go there was with that was. So we've got ourselves a miner. Yep, so the miner woodcutter, yep, that's all okay. I'm happy enough with that one. How many points have we got left? Zero points left. Now, one of the things we have to be having a bit of a look at is we've got the crucial elements in through here. This is just their skills. If we go to items, if we go to animals, we don't want to bring any animals at all if it's a haunted biome. So we're not bringing anything at all at this stage. We'll figure that one out when we get there. In terms of the items, we're bringing some sandstone blocks for building. Okay, that's all okay. 1 iron anvil is good. 3 copper battle axes and a copper mace. 2 copper picks, that's good. So we've got a little bit of extra. We've got 3 shirts, helms. Now gauntlets, we actually need 6, not 3. And we need 6 low boots, not 3. But we'll have to just make do with what we've got, I think. These cost 10 points each. So I need another 60 points, and I don't think I'll bother. Let's not bother. Although I could give myself 2 extra there. Yeah, I've got 2 more that I need to get. Let's just do it this way. That way we at least get what we want. Okay, so we've got no points left over. No animals, which is important, and then the dwarves are ready to go. So we'll do the renaming. Now the fortress name, we're just going to get some random names, and this will be the, actually overbridges. I like that already. Overbridges would be a nice thing to do with a volcano. So I think we'll call it that, and that will be our theme, or to create like an overbridge across the volcano. Front compound, recompound. Yeah, we don't need to do anything else there. I'm happy enough with that one. So Agsazir is going to be the actual dwarvish name. Done. The group name is the Destined Papers. I don't like that. Let's just randomize it. The Deep Labours. Yeah, well, we're going to have to do that. Let's see what else we get. The Waning Diamonds. The Peaceful Tower. The Tin Manor. The Reclusive Diamond. Actually, I didn't check to see what minerals we have. The Channel of Plunging. The Sabre of Infernos. I like the idea. That sounds good, doesn't it, really? I think we're done with that one. That's okay. Won't worry about the symbol. We'll embark. Away we go. All right, so we are here, sort of in a bit of a valley. Saving the world information. Just wait for it to get started. You have to do a bit of an evaluation at the very, very start here. Johnny Slick saying, 60 points could buy a lot of zombie cats. They could indeed. Dwarven outpost, you've arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Rafumzus. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labour comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plough or hook, provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it's spring now, enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the wolves get hungry. There we go. So a new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place. So at Overbridges, strike the earth. So we'll just click on OK and then pause straight away because we've got a lot to do. So this is where we started off. Let's have a bit of a look around. There is actually a bit of a roadway through here, which is interesting. So that sort of extends out this other side. We've got a big opening in the south. We've got the haunted areas back up through the top here. And then that also extends back up this other side. And then we've got the volcano. So the volcano extends up very, very steeply to the top. So that's the top of the volcano there. So it's looking down into the top of the volcano. Let's have a look and see what we can see with the volcano. What was that? Just smoky quartz clusters. That's okay. So this is the volcano, and then we go down. How far down before we hit lava? Yeah, so this is actually now we're into the lava. So the layer that we're actually on is this is on the same layer as where this extends down a little bit. Now we're seeing dense, dead, wormy tendril. When we see dead plants like this, this will mean an animating biome. But we've got a bit of both. We can actually sort of do things outside of the biome and then sort of go into the biome. So I'm guessing that the dead biome does extend into the volcano itself. I mean, we sort of knew that it did. Let's have a look and see how thick and how steep these mountains get. So we've got like a tall mountain up through here. It goes a long, long way up. That's just the very, very top. There is actually another one over here that still extends up as well. So we've got 2 peaks on either side of the volcano, which is interesting. So as we sort of look at these peaks forming over here in the mini map, you know, it's sort of interesting in terms of being able to build towers. And then this is all dead foliage. There's nothing growing here in these areas. So that would appear to be dead. And then this isn't normal sort of trees and things, now just little pockets from where the biomes mixed. Now, we've got a few different things with DF hack that we can have a look at as well. I will actually have a bit of a look at that to see what we can do. The other thing we need to look at is just quickly go across and look at others. Nothing at the moment, so it gives us some time to sort things out a little bit at the start here, which is good. So we'll go back into the citizens and we'll just start to rename them, actually. So we'll just go, now the miners and woodcutters are picking things up. If we just go across and do this one, and so the first one, I'll just go back to my little list of things. And if I just press F9, I think, F9. Show how I rejig this one. Press enter. No, that's not it. The response is there. This isn't updating, and it should be. I thought it was just F9 or Control F9. Nope, it's not doing it either. Okay, that did it. Yes, whenever I just make a change. Okay, so Cheery Little Bottom will be the first one. There we go. So it's cherry, the minor. Next one. This one. I'm just going to go down the order. I'm not going to be picking and choosing things as we go. This one here is Evil Knievel. There we go. So yeah, if you want to put your name down, when I do the randoms, it'll just come up randomly. Kaza van Dirk is the next one. The expedition leader. There we go. I'm not sure, Chris. I'll try that and see how I go. See if it will actually allow me to do it. I didn't think it did, but you may be right. Crunch. I mean, I don't need to know this one, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. No. Okay, crunch. Oops. Barbers. All right. 2 more to go. These are our fighters, all of these 3 here. Voodoo Dog. Done. And 1 more. Review Bra. There we go. Okay, that's got it. So, so Johnny 16 won't see how many of mine are on that list. I'm not sure. You can put as many as you like. It doesn't really matter. First in, first best dressed, basically. So we'll just go back into the game. Back in through there. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to set up our military immediately because they have to be ready to go. So, and I always forget how to do this. There's the squad sidebar. Must appoint a militia commander to create a squad. So we need to go across into our nobles. And the militia commander has to be one of the 3 peasants. So I'm just going to go with Review Bra. He was the first one that was listed. So you're the new militia commander. Done. So create new squad, and we're just going to give these ones metal armor to start with. The Golden Councils, I think we can do better than that. The Strapping Chambers, the Fenced Rocks, the Mountainous Bones. That sounds good. So Honor Lossard is going to be the thing. In terms of the, I'll keep the axe symbol. We'll make it so that it's sort of like grey colours probably. So let's go with a lightish colour for the symbol, and then the background we'll just go like a darkish sort of colour like that. Or maybe back a little bit more. There we go, that'll do. Done. Now we've got to then give them orders. So so the Mountain Bones, no special orders. So these are going to be, and we do have to create a new squad. But one thing we have to do is to set up their equipment. Change equipment and assign schedules. So we need to, is that through here? No, that's just through the naming. That's fine. We just click on done. Yes, we click on this one here. And with the equipment, now we've assigned the metal, which is actually okay. So that's not going to be a problem there. Let's just go back across, and so that one's okay. Let's just go to schedule. what we want to do through here is we don't want them off, when they're off duty, we don't want them to be off duty, we want them to be ready. So we go and select that one. So the mountainous bones will always be ready, even when they're not ready. That means that they're going to keep on wearing their uniform. Now the other thing we have is with the uniform, if we go back and go back to the equipment, this one here, the metal uniform is going to be uniform worn over clothing, which where they are now, they're sort of in a temperate zone. I can change it to replace this clothing. Look, I won't bother. I think I'll just go. I'll just leave it the way it is. I won't bother renaming it. So I'll just leave it like that. And we'll just see how we go. It's always one of these things where you don't really know what's going to happen. Then what we need to do is we need to get them to start off. And so we're going to give them a... so their routine will be ready, but they're not going to put their uniform on immediately. We have to tell them what to go and do. So we're going to go and tell them to go and stand over here somewhere. So they're just going to go and stand over here. So that will be the first thing, and hopefully we'll then just monitor and see what they get up to and make sure that they actually do what they have to do. Thai Chinese Star saying, oh, your review, brah, there we go. 26 I'm Evil Knievel. There's a 1970s era American daredevil, yeah, who broke nearly every bone in his body. Okay, so... yeah, so Johnny Slick saying, wearing metal over your bare skin right next to a volcano sounds like not a good time, yes. Now, the other thing we've got is we do actually have DF hack. This is... I'm not sure what this does. Looks like some sort of thing. It sounds like that meeting is here, actually, guys. I'm going to have to just stop for probably about up to, could be 20 minutes or so. So I'll stop recording and I'll save what I've got, and then I'll be back as soon as this meeting finishes. I'm sorry about this. I didn't realise that my wife was going to make this appointment for us. But anyway, I better go and partake in this one. I'll be back fairly soon. So at least we've got a start. I'll just go and save and return to the title menu. Save to this timeline. So there we go. So we'll be able to come back and at least then get started. Thanks for watching.